going pond hunting, you know I have to return to my domain, Cache America. See if they got something new this week.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, how's it going? I'm good.
All right, well, let's talk to me.
All right.
Let me open it up.
All right.
There we go.
All right.
All set for you.
Cool. Thank you. Extra mafia too. Oh. Jurassic. Street Fighter. Anything good? Tiny Hawk, Splatoon. Alright. Yeah, I'm good in there. I don't see a price on this PS5 controller. You know what y'all asking on that?
Which one?
The purple
Oh, that
one.
one, 49.
49?
Yeah,
okay.
49 on PS5.
Okay, gosh. No, I'm okay.
Okay. What's up, boss? How you doing today?
Okay. I think I'm good with these.
With those?
Yeah. See what you can do for me.
Something else, just let me know.
Alright, will do.
So how's everything, man?
Yeah, it's been good.
Maintaining?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's all we can do.
Yeah.
we had, I think he was charging 10 for this PS5. Same thing. Man, you getting the same game?
One's on Xbox, one's PS5.
Oh, yeah, duh. That's PS3.
Yeah.
Technically, it's supposed to be 10, 20, 25, 30, 32, 35. I could probably do it even 30.
Okay, how much are which ones?
Well, these are 10 each.
The Battlefields?
Yeah. Where's the other? These are.
Okay.
And then this one's 7, 5, 3, and 2.
Okay.
So it's really even 30 for them all. See, this one costs 18 and the original used.
Yeah.
So,
I'll pass on the two. I'll pass on the two Battlefields. Okay. I mostly just want the steelbook case. I have the game already. It's one case. Okay. But those I'll do.
So you just do these.
Yeah.
There's 13, 20.
$20? Yeah. Sounds good to me.
21.50.
Yeah.
Cash. You want it back, right?
Yes, please.
Cash or card?
Card.
Card.
Okay. So that went okay. They still were overvaluing that PS5 copy of Battlefield. It's worth $7 in trade-in, which is why I keep bringing it up at GameStop, although they want 10, so it's obviously not worth picking up at 10. I'm hoping if I let it sit long enough, they'll eventually just let me have it for cheap, but, I get it. Pawn shop's got to make their money, and if they pay a certain amount, they need to get a certain amount back, so I completely understand. It's just not going to be for me. Same goes for that Steelbook of Battlefield. I only wanted the Steelbook because I have the game on Series X, and I would just trade in the loose disc copy of the game on Xbox One, but they wanted 10 for it. I'm not willing to pay $10 for a case upgrade. So I did pick up 5 games. One of them was a bonus disc, and what a bonus disc it was. So we'll start off with, it says Mafia 2. It's not, though. It's Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the PS3. In hindsight, I probably should put that back, but they were giving me really good deals, so I didn't want to. Even if I overpaid for one item, I definitely didn't for the lot. So, it's worth a couple bucks to trade in. It's gone down quite a bit on PS3 especially, but it's still worth a pickup. So next, Black Ops 3 on the PS4, still worth about $6 in trade in at GameStop. So it'll be a little bit of a bump, not a huge bump, but a little bit of a bump. And then a rarity, because you never see this, we have Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Xbox One with both discs. Usually when you find that game, it's missing one of the discs, but I happen to find one with both, so that's a $7 trade-in at GameStop. And then here was the big win, and I was going to get this regardless, but when I found what was in it, yeah. The Simpsons game on the Wii. I don't have the Simpsons game. I really want it on the 360, but the Wii version is cool, and plus every single version of the Simpsons game, if you didn't know, has different cover art, which is cool. But when I opened the case, the Simpsons game is in here, by the way. So is Wii Sports Resort. Wii Sports Resort trades in GameStop for like $18. So, needless to say, that by itself pretty much paid for the lot. And then I'm trading in, I think, everything except the Simpsons game, so this more than paid for itself. And I'm going to get some extra credit for it. Plus, I get to keep the Simpsons game essentially for free because of how much credit all the rest of the games are worth. So, yeah, pretty happy with my score. Not exactly a killing, but not exactly bad either. Can't complain. It all comes down to this. Time to trade in some stuff and see what we can pick up at GameStop. Let's go. GameStop Retro coming in clutch. Y'all, that was an insane score. We'll go over when I get home. All right, it is time for our final recap, and boy, do we have a score. So I showed you what I got from Cash America, and then I showed you going to GameStop. But I didn't show you what I got from GameStop, and let me tell you, I originally went in intending to try to pick up a few new games, because there's been a few new releases that I'm interested in that just came out. I did come away with one, but I also came away with a haul of retro games that I am incredibly impressed were not only there, but in such good condition. Be amazed by this. Let's start off with the one game that I kept from Cash America, and that is the Simpsons game on the Wii. Now, of course, this had the biggest surprise in it of the entire, well, at least for the Cash America stuff, because I opened this case, and I was going to buy this anyway, because I don't have the Simpsons game on any platform. I opened it up, and inside it was the Simpsons game, as it is right here, no manual, but also had Wii Sports Resort. And if you don't know, Wii Sports Resort trades in for like $20 at GameStop. So in terms of a freebie, you can't get much better than that. It's a bit scratched. I'm definitely gonna need to resurface it, but I'm excited to add the Simpsons game to my collection. Pretty awesome. I paid $5. It's worth 16. So pretty solid pickup there. GameStop. So when it comes to what I got, I ended up spending a grand total of $47 for everything that I traded in from all 3 pawn shops I visited. So Cash America, La Familia, and Value Pawn. I also picked up a couple games that I have in my collection, because when you have a large collection, sometimes you forget what you have. And I had a few doubles that I had just lying around that I didn't realize I had doubles of. I had a second copy of White Knight Chronicles 2 that was loose. I had a copy of Max Payne on the PS2 when I already have it on the Xbox. I don't need 2 copies of Max Payne. And then I also had a second copy of Fracture on the PS3 that I didn't need. So I traded all those in. They weren't worth a lot, but they were doubles I didn't need. So the combination of those 3 doubles, plus all the stuff I got that I traded in to GameStop, I got a grand total of $114.40 in trading credit. So, needless to say, I did very well when it comes to that. And needless to say, I spent $80 after using all my trading credit. That tells you the quality of games that were in this GameStop. My old GameStop is such a honey hole for retro right now, because they always seem to have more retro games. That section is always stocked, and it's always like kind of uncommon stuff that you don't see in a lot of places. And you'll see what I mean when we get there. Let's go ahead and get into the retro stuff. We're going to start off with Wii. I picked up 2 Wii games. This one is not like incredibly uncommon, I'd say, but it's not one you see that often in a GameStop. And it's an Atlas game. I haven't played it. I've heard good things about this franchise. We have Trauma Center Second Opinion on the Wii. Yeah, again, like a lot of these, actually, I think every single game that I got from GameStop is completed box and is in really good shape. Disc for this one, I think, is good. Oh, yeah. Like, pretty much every game here, it's got, at the, like, super light scratches at the most, nothing is really at risk of not playing. So this GameStop haul's amazing. But anyway, I paid $9 for Trauma Center. It's worth 10, so that's not a big deal. How I'm doing the GameStop stuff. There's a new game that I paid out of pocket for, and we'll get to that at the end. And then I'm going to consider this one the other game that I paid out of pocket for. The rest are all with credit. Let's keep that in mind. So yeah, paid $9. It's worth 10. Not a huge bump up, but that's fine. Still a cool game to add to the collection. Surprisingly, this was the second most expensive game that I picked up. And I picked it up on a whim, mostly because it's one of those games where I don't think I'll see it again. And I wanted to grab it while it was there. And I've played this game a long time ago. It'll be interesting to see how it plays on the Wii. We have the Dragon's Lair Trilogy. Now, I know they did a remake of this on Switch and I think PS4 from Limited Run. That's pretty hard to come by. This is also hard to come by, but I found it, so I figured I'd grab it. On the Wii, again, really good condition, complete in box. The disc, I think, is really good condition. Yeah, it's basically flawless. There's like a couple minor light scratches, but yeah. Dragon's Lair Trilogy in a very minty condition copy. Very happy about that. I paid $38 in credit. It's worth $44. So again, this is a Wii game that has some really good value. Next, we have an original Xbox game. And this is one that, again, you don't see that often. It's an action beat 'em up. I don't think I can actually play it. I don't think it's backwards compatible. I'll have to check to see if it's backwards compatible on the 360. If it is, I might give this a whirl. But it looks cool. It's from a good franchise. Team NT Mutant Melee on the original Xbox. And again, complete in box, beautiful condition. It has some very light scratching, but I don't think that will affect it at all. I can resurface it, worst comes to worst. I paid $9 in credit. It's worth $18. Good pickup there. This was one I was excited about because I wanted to buy this game. I've never owned it, and if you've ever heard of the game Maneater, this is basically the game that inspired Maneater. And I remember when they announced this, I'm like, what? Why? Why are you making a video game based on this movie that makes no sense? And then they revealed the twist about it. I'm like, oh, okay, that actually sounds fun. Jaws Unleashed on the PS2. It's a Jaws game where you play as Jaws. And your goal is to, like, attack sea creatures and people. And I'm like, you know what? That actually sounds kind of fun. Might as well give it a shot. So, now I finally own a copy of Jaws Unleashed. Pretty good shape. It is complete in box. The disc is very minty. This was apparently from our old rental store, Cybertron Video Games. So yeah, pretty happy to add this to the collection. It was cheap too. Paid $9. It's worth $13 in credit. $9 in credit. It's worth $13. Kids who grew up in the 2000s are gonna love this. And I've never actually owned this game, but when you find a good copy in clean condition like this, you gotta do it. Tony Hawk's Underground 2 on the PS2. It is the greatest hits version, but it is in minty condition. Very minty condition. Again, very light scratching, but should not affect the gameplay. It's great shape. Excited to add it. I've heard amazing things about Underground 2. Both. It's funny because there's Need for Speed Underground 2, which people love. I have that around GameCube. And then there's this one, which is also beloved. I'm like, man, Underground 2, apparently very popular. Anyway, I paid $12 in credit for this. It's worth $15, so not a huge bump up, but hey, really good quality game to add to the collection. This was the surprise of the whole lot. I knew this game was uncommon. I didn't realize how uncommon it was and how rare it is, but I had to get it. Also, it was made by Toys for Bob, the developer who made the later Crash and Spyro games. So that's pretty cool. We have Disney Extreme Skate Adventure on the PS2. Now, if you don't know what this is, it's essentially like Tony Hawk, but you play as Disney characters. It was also co-developed by Neversoft, the team who made Tony Hawk, which is kind of cool. Yeah, this is a weird crossover that you don't see very often. So when you find a copy, especially in as pristine minty as this, you gotta grab it. This one's a little rough. I'm probably gonna have to resurface it. It's all light scratches though, so it should work fine, but I'm gonna resurface it to make sure it works. Anyway, I paid $24. This is worth $46 in complete form. Then, they had GameCube games on the shelf. I only picked up one because most of the ones they had were either not complete or like Namco Museum. Like, it's stuff that's like, okay, that's cool. Do I really need it? Not really. This one, though, I had to pick up because A, it's a series I love, and B, it was cheap. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on the GameCube. I played this game back in the day on PC. I'm excited to play the old school Harry Potter games. They were really good. If you didn't play like the first few EA Harry Potter games, they were quite good. And yeah, this is the disc is flawless and it's in really good complete condition. So GameCube game, Harry Potter game, can't go wrong. And cheap too. Paid $8, it's worth $13 complete form. And then before we get to our new game, The Grail. And I only say this partially, but also I'm also kind of unserious or serious about it too. So this game I have been looking for a very long time. I've had so many instances where it was a fake out, whether the game wasn't in the case, or it was and it was in horrific condition. I have all the games in this franchise except for this one, and it makes no sense why I don't have this game, or didn't have this game, because it's not a rare game. It's quite common. I just could not find a good copy. Until now. Ladies and gentlemen, I have Motor Storm on the PS3. And it actually scared me because when he was pulling the games, he couldn't find Motor Storm. I'm like, no, not again. He did find the disc. It's flawless. It looks like it's never been played. It is the not for resale copy, which is the one that was bundled with certain PS3 bundles. But I finally have the original Motor Storm on PS3, and I can finally complete that collection. Feels good. I paid $7. It's worth $7. It really isn't that remarkable. But just the fact that it took me so long to get it is what makes it special. And then the new game. And this game I bought mostly because it's getting stellar reviews. And I do have the first game. I haven't played it. I heard it was okay. This one apparently is a lot better than okay. And I think this was the last copy too. I have a feeling, at least for a little while, this is going to be a kind of tough game to find. Because I doubt they did a huge print run of it. But apparently it's really good. So I picked it up. Brand new, sealed. We have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on the PS5. It is a medieval RPG that's realistic. So there's no magic. There's no like fantasy elements in it. It's entirely grounded in real life, which is kind of cool. Definitely a different take on a first-person RPG, kind of like a Skyrim, but it's, you know, less fantastical. I think that's cool. But apparently the writing's really good. The gameplay's really good. I'm excited to give this a shot. Paid $70 out of pocket, it's worth $70. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of quite a haul. We went to all the pawn shops, well, not all of them, but 3 big ones. We got a very impressive lineup of games, and then again, massive score at GameStop. I cannot be happier with what we're adding to the collection. So, it's been a good time. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of The Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, that way you know when new videos drop. Next week we're going back to a pickups episode, but we are playing the GameStop roulette wheel again to see if we score on some pretty big titles, including one similar to Motor Storm that I've been looking for a long time. Hopefully it comes completed box. We'll find out next time on The Bargain Game Hunter. Bye.